name is Doug, and I have MS, known as multiple sclerosis.
My father was diagnosed with MS in around 1991, and then just recently, within the last 5 years, he was diagnosed with diabetes. One day I started feeling a tingle coming up my leg, and I had symptoms like you would have for MS. Then I went to the doctor, and it took a while before I got diagnosed. Then I still kept working for like 4 or 5 years after I was diagnosed, but it got too hard. And then couldn't hold on to I used to work on machines. And then it was too hard I had to get down on my hands and knees, and everything else, it was just too hard to do it anymore. His activities started to slow down, he started to wear out more, just progressively, just one thing at a time. And kind of like limited the things he could do. Before I got diagnosed, you don't know what's wrong with you. You don't know if you got a brain tumor. You don't know if something, you're gonna die. And then when you find out MS, it's necessarily gonna kill you, but it's gonna make you feel that way. Him and my mother had just gotten divorced. And within a few months after that, that's when he was diagnosed. I go up and down the street, and then there was like this gutter, and then my foot was, I don't know what it was, hanging off or whatever, but I went down in the gutter and hurt that foot. Well, it wouldn't heal up. And my toe turned black. And then I went in the hospital, and they said I didn't have any blood flow in that leg, and so they were gonna, but I couldn't walk anyway, so it wasn't that big of a tragedy. The only thing that works on me is just my left arm. He couldn't get around, couldn't do steps as much. Just like year by year, I could see it. Ever since he joined the swimming, this is the only exercise he can get, and it's perfect. Now, ShowMe Aquatics, I've learned of them. It's because I seen a thing on TV about them, so I called them up, and it was about 6 years ago, and I've been doing this ever since, once a week.
The Aqua Ability Program actually is a water exercise adapted aquatic therapy program for adults and children with developmental and permanent disabilities.
What we try to do with Doug is ensure that Doug is strong enough physically to be able to handle his activities of daily living. And where that starts is in the pool with his strength and conditioning. Now with Doug only has the use of the left arm, which in traditional physical therapy can be a real hurdle to cross.
But I mean, when I swim, that's all I'm swimming with is my arm. Being it's the only thing that works, I gotta exercise.
The nice thing about working with Doug in the water is once we take away the element of gravity, we can work with Doug on what's most important, and that is strengthening his core from the diaphragm out.
It was important for him when he first got in to be able to walk in the water. So he started walking at shoulder depth in the water, and he was able that was something he was able to do in the pool that he wasn't able to do at home. So that was exciting for him.
During a session, the first thing I like to do is I get Doug acclimated to the water. And that normally takes around 5 minutes. Today it was nice because once we lowered Doug into the pool, I got to move him across the lanes. And once we got him over to the lane that we were going to be working in, I tried to work the arm just a little bit, so I can warm up, bring blood to the area, to the muscles that are going to actually be propelling Doug, as well as the leg that sometimes lacks flexibility. Once we finish the core part of the workout, which I would consider the strength and conditioning through maybe cardio that you saw within the swim. I use the term cardio, but there's also a dynamic stretching element, because he has to reach and pull.
All week I'm either in bed or sitting in a wheelchair and that, but when I'm in a pool, it just completely, whatever I can do in the pool. I can get in there and, you know, get my exercise in and for whatever it's worth. I mean, but I can't ever get my heart beating like that and, you know, hold my breath and swimming and get that kind of a workout unless I'm in the water. I mean, I'm hooked on it. They got me hooked on it since I started doing it.
You know, he can't do all the stuff that he does on land that he can do in the pool. It's just good for his overall well-being. And I just think that if he didn't have the pool therapy, he'd be a lot worse off than he is now.
A lot of people in my situation would be all down, and, you know, it's part of me not giving up. You know, who knows? I mean, it's like, it's never going to cure me. Nothing is. You know, I guess this hope, swimming. It's just, I can't explain it, you know. And then it's just something to do. For somebody who can't do nothing, hardly, I can do that.